Hi, welcome to my Yoga Stretch Fusion floor class. I'm Jennifer Wagner with Collective Wellness. Today's class, we get on the floor, we stay on the floor. It's a fusion of yoga, ballet, Pilates, all fused into one little class. Please make sure you exercise within your ability, and if you experience any difficulties, stop and seek a physician right away. All right, let's get started. Find a space. You can do this in a chair, in a bed, whatever's comfortable for you, and then meet me back here. And welcome back to my Yoga Stretch Fusion floor only class. We're going to start by laying down first. Turn yourself to the side and then start with your elbows down first and then all the way down to the floor. Palms facing up. Eyes gently closed. Just let your arms relax. So think about this like as a mountain pose, laying down. And just let everything go. If you need to kind of wiggle yourself out of that, sometimes we just kind of have to release in different ways. Let our bodies relax. Inhale and exhale. Letting everything go. Just let all the stress, all your worries, just let them flow from your body and out the door. Inhale and exhale. Slowly open your eyes, bending at your knees. Feet and knees lined up with each other. Start with a pelvic tilt and then release. Pelvic tilt and release. This is a small movement, but you'll be amazed that if you don't use your hips very much, that it might actually be challenging just to do this kind of like a hip tip and then release. And you're going to start to engage the lower abdominals with this also. We're just going to keep adding on. So starting with just the hip tilt. Bring yourself into a bridge, arms down by your sides. Keep those knees straight, so inner thighs activated. And then you're going to come all the way down and then release the hips last. Again, pelvic tilt and then all the way up. Nice straight line. And then coming down. Again. So we're incorporating the hips and the core, adding with each one. Good. Let's do that one more time. Pelvic tilt, then up into that bridge, and then coming down and release. Okay, now we're going to engage the abdominals more. So you're going to do the pelvic tilt, arms crossed over, and then you're going to crunch up, lower down, and then release your pelvic tilt. Again, pelvic tilt, and crunch, and down, and release. You can have your hands on your thighs if you like, pelvic tilt, and sliding up, down, and release. Again, these seem like little movements, but they definitely add up. We don't realize how much our hips are so stiff that just that little movement might be very challenging. One more time. Okay, now we're going to put that all together. So pelvic tilt, lifting all the way up, lowering down, and release. Pelvic tilt and crunch. Let's do that one more time. Pelvic tilt and bridge. Keep those inner thighs activated. Lower down, release. Pelvic tilt and crunch. And lower down. Arms down by your sides again. Lift your hips up off the floor just a tiny bit. And then you're going to go into what I like to call a swinging bridge. Is that you're just going to swing your hips side to side, but the hip bone's going to come up. So you're not swaying very far. If you think about like a swaying bridge. That again, it's not a very far swing or big swing. It's just a sway with the hip up. Good. So we're still engaging through the core. Inhale and exhale. A few more times. Go ahead and hold to one side. So that hip is lifted. And then switch and hold. You're going to feel that through the obliques too. Switch and hold. And switch and hold. And release. Good. Okay. At this point, we're going to go into that bridge, but I want you to lift your toes up off the floor. So your heels are digging into the floor. Arms down by your sides. Lift those hips up. And you're going to go down and up without touching the floor. And you're going to start activating in those glutes and those thighs a little bit more. Relax the toes though. Your foot is flexed. Your heels are digging into the floor. Good. If you want to make it more challenging, bring one foot in, other foot off the floor. Start to feel the legs firing up. Keep breathing. One more. Switch legs. If you have one foot up off the floor, center this leg and then the other one comes up. Good. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And down. Bring your knees in towards your chest. A little stretch. You can go around the knees or underneath. And then just rock side to side. So it's just kind of a starting point of our warm up and stretch. Go ahead and put your feet back on the floor. We're going to go into butterfly, open and close. So the bottoms of the feet will face each other as you open, and then bring your knees back together. Inhale. And exhale. This workout is usually one that when you're done, you just feel nice and relaxed because you're not expending the whole body at once. The energy just kind of laying back and relaxing and stretching at the same time. And then by the time you're done, you just kind of feel released. I think also the fact that it takes the pressure off the spine because you're laying down, which is the best position for the spine. But obviously we can't lay around all the time. Go ahead and open and hold open bottoms of your feet together and just let the knees open as far as you can. Inhale and exhale. Everything go. Just feel the hips release and open up. Again, inhale and exhale. Go ahead and bring your knees back together. Full body stretch, extending through your toes, your fingertips, reaching as far as you can. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, right knee comes in. Pull your knee in and then extend. And then switch your left knee. So I'm mirroring you, so kind of the opposite. I guess it depends on which way you're turned, but you're going to switch it out. Inhale, open the body. Exhale, switch. Inhale, open. Exhale, switch. Now, if you want to make this a little more challenging, bringing the shoulder blades off the floor. But I want you to make sure your chin is away from your chest and you're relaxed through the neck. But this is going to engage the core a little bit more, so a little more of a Pilates movement. And then if you want to, you can take your feet up off the floor and switch. Good. Now we're going to have one knee in and then just switch it out. Keep your chin away from your chest. It's kind of a bit of a bicycle movement. We're going to change this up. You can always have one foot on the floor if you need to. So here's one option, or just a toe on the floor too. Go back to both knees together. Fingertips are behind the ears. Again, making sure your chin is up and relaxed. We're going to go into that bicycle, but it's going to be the opposite shoulder towards the opposite, or towards that knee. And then you're going to switch nice and slow. It's the shoulder, not the elbow, so your elbow stays out of your peripheral vision. Keep breathing. Feel that through the core. Take it slow. We're going to change that speed up in a minute, but no matter what, if you can touch the floor if you need to in between. But no matter what, don't stop if you can. So we're going to go fast now. Keep those elbows out. Keep breathing. Now slow, really, really slow. Again, you can touch the floor if you need to, but you're not stopping. That's the main thing. You're just changing that speed. Let's go one more time. Sorry to keep getting stuck with. Go fast. Fast, fast, fast. Whew. Now slow. Slow. Whew. Again, you can tap the toe on the floor if you need to. Keep those elbows out. And release. Good job. Full body stretch. Deep breath in. And exhale. At this point, just flip on over onto your stomach. Depending on where you're at, if you need to turn yourself or angle yourself so you can see me. But you're going to go onto your stomach. Fix my pants here. We're going to start with our seal. So you're going to put your hands right down by your chest, fingers spread, and then I want you to just kind of wiggle those hips because they're going to stay on the floor. Toes are pointed. Go ahead and lift the chest up to the sky as high as you can go, pressing the chin and chest up, pushing your hands into the floor, and then slide the shoulder blades down. Again, going up as far as you can. So if this is where you're at, that's fine, okay? You could even do this on your elbows if it's even hard to do on your hands. Check those shoulders down. There you go. Come on down. And then we're going to bend the knees if you want to go a little farther and feel that stretch more into those hips. Toes are pointed towards your head. Push yourself up now. Inhale. Exhale. Feel that through the abdominals, through the hip flexors and the thighs. Shoulders press down, slide the shoulder blades down. Toes are pointed towards you. Inhale and exhale. Good, coming down. All right, we're gonna get into our lower back now. Arms extended, palms facing down. We're gonna start with opposite arm, opposite leg coming off the floor. And when you do this, make sure your chest comes up and your neck is long. So after you see what I'm doing, then straighten out your neck and drop your chin just a tiny bit. And you can do this with just the leg if you need to, or just the arms, one at a time. To start with opposite, get myself confused, opposite arm, opposite leg. Lift the chest up with the arm. Inhale and exhale. Now if you wish to go a little harder, add both arms and both legs. Again, neck is long and down. And up again. And down. Feeling this through the lower back, your rector spinae muscles. Let's do one more time. And down. And then just rest your head for a second. Inhale, little break on the back. Exhale. We'll stretch that out in a second. We're just gonna rest the head. All right, come back out and extend. This time we're gonna get into more of like a swimmer pose or swimmer positions, more or less. So you're gonna lift both arms and both legs, and then you're going to pull back as the feet go out wide. Obviously we don't do this as much for swimming, but kind of mimic some things. And then extend, and then you can rest back down or stay up and just go right back into it. So whatever works for you. You can rest in between. Pull those elbows back. Chest is lifted, chin is tucked slightly so you're looking at the floor. And then feet, thighs are off the floor. That's the key part, is getting your thighs off, and that's where you'll really activate that lower back. You've got it. One more time. And release. Good job. Rest your head for a second. Deep breath in. And exhale. Okay, we've got one more. This is the flutter kick. So everything comes up. Again, you could do this just arms or just legs, and just flutter. Chin is tucked, neck is long. I want you to really extend the toes and the fingertips. So really elongate the body as you do this. Thighs are off the floor if you can. If you're doing this, get those thighs off the floor and flutter, flutter, flutter. Keep breathing. Woo. 3, 2, and down. Good. And sitting back into extended child's pose. Walk your hands back, bending at your knees. Arms come by your sides as we go into a counter pose for your spine. You could always stack your fist if it's too much to bring your head to the floor. And just rest your forehead on your fist. It should feel really good after those lower back exercises. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and curl yourself up, and then bring yourself into a seated position. So if you're sitting forward towards me, I'm going to get into those legs a little bit. So legs are right out in front of you, and you're just going to point and flex. To start with, you can have your hands back behind the hips to help with your posture. Inhale and exhale. So we just got done doing a lot of core work, and then we were in the hips a little bit. So now we're going to move down through the powerhouse muscles a little bit more. Good. Go ahead and point, sliding down, chin is tucked, sliding back, feet are flexed, toes come in towards you, sliding down, feel that through the thighs. Coming back, toes pressed down, sliding down, and back, feet are flexed, and down, again. Let's do one more time, toes down, slide, and back, feet are flexed, and slide, and back. Good. You're going to bring your feet to your right side. You're going to grab a hold of your right ankle, bring that knee back, and then lower your foot down as you sit back. And you're just going to feel that stretch right through those hip flexors. Inhale and exhale. Now, without realizing it, we were using those hip flexors in like those bicycle movements, and also in that, what am I trying to say? The Supermans and the flutters. So hopefully these are not too cold for you. Go ahead and take the right leg, bring it around, hook it over, take your left arm, hook around, and then you're going to rock side to side. And I want you to, as each time that you rock, you're letting the right hip just kind of lower down a little bit each time. Inhale, exhale. Now take your right arm. You're going to come out and open first, so feel that through the chest. And then you're going to lift the right arm and then up and over and feel that down into the obliques. Let your hip drop down too. So your hip goes this way, rib cage lifts up. Inhale and exhale. And release. All right, take yourself to the left side. Grab a hold of your left ankle. Bring that knee back. And then you're going to let go as you push this hip up and out. And if you need to kind of move in and out of that stretch, sometimes that's an option too. Especially if the hip flexor is really tight and you have a hard time stretching it. Inhale. Exhale. This time up and hold if you can. Feel that breath. Take your left leg, bring it over and cross it over to the right. Take your right arm and hook it around the knee and then rock out side to side. Just let that hip release each time if you can. Inhale, exhale. Good. Take your left arm out and open, looking at your left hand. Feel that stretch through the chest. Take the left arm, if you can go a little further, lift the rib cage, and then up and over. Try to let this hip drop while you do that. Feel that down through the rib cage and through the obliques. Inhale, exhale. Good. And release. All right, bring your feet out in front, or actually legs out in front. Legs are crossed without them overlapping as much as you can. And that might be a little different for everyone, that's okay, but I just want you to try not to have this foot underneath your leg. This is a version of pigeon pose that we're going to be doing. Go ahead and walk your hands out as far as you can. And if you get really far out there, you can treat this like an extended child's pose where you extend the fingers and then press your chest down. Inhale and exhale. Feel that through the hip rotators. This is a great stretch if you have sciatic nerve issues, pinched nerve. Just go as far as you can. You don't have to go as far as me. I'm just showing the extended child's portion of it. Coming back. And then you're going to switch your feet out so other foot is in front. And then walk your hands out. And again, go as far as you can. And then you can drop the chest if you like. Or if you're out there, inhale, exhale. And walk back. Feet out wide, as far as you can. Take your hands behind your hips and then just kind of push forward and then bring your hands back out in front. Your feet are flexed, and I want you to flex them because I want you to get deeper into this groin and inner thigh stretch. Go ahead and walk the hands out as far as you can. Go ahead. Walk to the right foot, turning towards your leg, and then lower your head down if you can. Walking to your left leg. And down. And back to center. And back yourself up. And then right or left arm up to the right side. Keeping the chest open. Feel that down the left side and through the legs. And then switch sides. Inhale, chest is open. Exhale. Good, coming up. Bring your legs in. And then just seated comfortably, whatever works for you. You even can lay down if you really want to. Find your center from your tailbone to the top of your head. Hands resting in your laps. Eyes gently closed. Inhale and exhale. Just let the shoulders melt down, your arms become heavy. I want you to be aware of your posture. So chest is lifted, shoulders down toward your back pockets. And then I want you to try to have your ears lined up with your shoulders. We tend to push those forward too much. And then your shoulders lined up with your hips. And your center with your tailbone. Just keep that as you inhale through your nose and exhale. Arms relax, legs relax. Release the muscles around your eyes and the muscles around your jaw as your teeth gently suck. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Get yourself adjusted to your light. And then inhale, reach for the sky as high as you can go. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. One more time. And exhale. And namaste. Thank you so much for joining my class. I hope you liked it. If you want notifications for more classes, just click on that little picture of me and you'll get the classes for free. Subscriptions free, classes are free. Let me know if you have any questions. I post a new class every Tuesday and Thursday. Floor classes are every Thursday. My standing classes are on Tuesdays. Again, I'm Jennifer Wagner with Collective Wellness. Come back again. Bye.